Praise be to Jesus. Hello, everyone. Charles Witte here in Chicago. Here are your most recent Catholic news briefs. The first thing up is a picture with some words on it, and the picture is self explanatory. So I'm not going to say anything about it. So don't walk away from the computer. Take a look at it and form your own conclusion about what exactly it is. Cardinal Donald Wuerl will no longer be joining Legatus, the Organization of Catholic Businessmen, in its September 7th to 10th pilgrimage to Our Lady of Guadalupe Shrine in Mexico. Legatus declined to comment to LifeSite News, but a travel agent from Corporate Travel, the organization facilitating the pilgrimage, confirmed that Wuerl is no longer going on the pilgrimage. Quote, just recently, they, Legatus, made the announcement that he, Wuerl, will not be joining, unquote, the agent said. Pope Francis told newly ordained bishops Saturday that they must reject all forms of abuse and work in communion to fight the clerical culture that has fueled the sex abuse and cover up scandal rocking his papacy. And I have something to say. The Pope still won't call it what it is: homosexuality. The Bishop of Cheyenne, Wyoming has released a statement playing down the fact that the majority of victims of clerical sexual crimes against minors in the Catholic Church have been teenage boys. In a blog spot called, quote, Just the Facts, unquote, Bishop Stephen Beigler complained that many of the people writing about clerical sex abuse are, quote, poorly informed, unquote. Well, here's a little bit of good news. The number of seminarians has increased in Poland. This year, 622 candidates for the priesthood will start their study in the diocesan and religious seminaries all over Poland. This is 45 more than last year. Christoph Schornborn of Vienna published a column September 7th, no, he's a cardinal, in the weekly newspaper Uti with a strong message backing the Pope, calling the pontiff a, quote, fighter against injustice and exploitation, unquote, who, quote, stands against sexual abuse in the church with great determination, unquote. Vermont Attorney General T.J. Donovan will open an investigation into abuse within Vermont's Catholic Church, including at the St. Joseph Orphanage. The announcement comes days after BuzzFeed published a lengthy investigation into horrifying abuses at the Catholic run facility in Burlington. Northern Ireland Diocese offers weak response to pro gay homily. Bishop Philip Boyce claims homily could be, quote, misinterpreted, unquote. The Diocese of Dromore in Northern Ireland is failing to discipline a priest for giving a homily that implied acceptance of active homosexuality. Following the World Meeting of Families in Dublin in the Republic of Ireland, Father Desmond Lotran spoke at Sunday Mass about how views on marriage have changed and that Catholics should be more welcoming to LGBT people. He asked rhetorically during his sermon, quote, why does it matter who is gay or who is straight or who is black or who is white? Unquote. In his sermon at the Cathedral of St. Patrick and St. Columb in Newry, Father Lautram went on to say, quote, "Our sexuality is God's gift to us as the person we are, that we should have the freedom to be the sexual person that we are, and not be judged on our sexuality by having to identify as gay, straight, or bi, or whatever," unquote. So I have something to say. So this is a priest who doesn't believe the word of God in the Bible, that God views the practice of homosexuality as an abomination. The LGBTQ outreach connection at Our Lady of Lourdes Roman Catholic Church in Daytona Beach, Florida, frequently hosts, quote, happy hour, unquote, gatherings at a local gay bar, the Terrace on Main Street. The bar, pictured above, features regularly scheduled drag shows, bartenders in leather harnesses, and, quote, sexy shooter boys, unquote. Other, quote, Catholic, unquote, LGBT ministries have held meetings at gay bars, including St. Francis of Assisi and St. Paul the Apostle, both in the Archdiocese of New York. Bishop who didn't alert police on abuser priest is living at Cardinal's mansion. When word began to spread in 1989 that Vincent McCaffrey, a Chicago area Catholic priest, had been accused of molesting children, a top church official expressed concern about word getting out. He acknowledged in 2007, in response to questions from lawyers deposing him, that he knew 25 priests had broken the law over the years by molesting children, but that he had never alerted police, records show. More than a decade later, Gaudert remains in good standing as a bishop, and even as Cardinal Blaise Cupich has been outspoken on the need for the church to deal with clergy sexual misconduct and cover-ups amid a widening new scandal, Gaudert is still living in the Cardinal's mansion on Chicago's Gold Coast, the Chicago Sun-Times has learned. Sign the pledge. Support and pray for Archbishop Vigano. And the link to that is the last one in the description box if you care to sign it.